Hello, hello! Welcome to Chasing the Sparkle, celebrating the things that make your heart shine. I'm Lunati, your cozy rabbit VTuber, and today we'll be discussing voice acting with the Greek god of mental health, KairielVT. We'll discuss everything there is to know about voice acting, and we'll see how it makes Kairiel's heart shine. Thanks for joining us, Kairiel.
You're so very welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
Tell us about yourself. Introduce yourself to the people.
Oh, hello. My name is Kairiel. I am the Greek god of mental health and mental illness. I am autistic, and I am the co-founder of a. We didn't announce that yet.
Mental illness particularly.
Fair. Oh, hey, Kosa.
Hello. Really, like. Now I have to edit that out of the podcast. Thanks a lot, Kai.
My God, just lock me away, man. I'm just the fucking worst.
I'm throwing away the key immediately.
I love your new model, by the way.
I think it's my talk show model. I have.
It has been so. How about that? Huh?
I have so many models now.
You do? You have like at least like 8 that I'm aware of. At least 7.
At least, yes.
At least you probably have like 12.
Yeah, I don't want to count. It's been so long.
It has. It's literally the last time you and I collabed was in December.
Yeah, I remember that. Do you remember that, Kairiel?
Remember that? I remember that. As an audience, do you remember that? Nobody will ever know.
Accusatory.
Nobody will ever know. Nobody will ever know. Hello, Birdie.
Thank you, Birdie. So let's start off. Tell me, what makes your heart sparkle?
So what makes my heart sparkle is voice acting. I have been so infatuated by it since I was a little kid. I wanted to be a voice actor since I was about 5 years old. Before I even knew what it was or that I wanted to do it, I just felt this connection in my heart with voice acting and these characters that brought friendship and hope to my heart. And as I grew older, I just felt this urge and this passion to give back to kids and people like me.
I could just see like Tiny Kai being like, I don't know what voice acting is yet, but I know I want to be a voice actor.
I don't remember a lot from living in Chicago, but I was a 5-year-old boy on my couch watching Scooby-Doo. There was a show on Cartoon Network called like My Dad's a Rock Star. I watched like Teenage Robot, I watched Teen Titans, and I watched Dragon Ball GT and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon.
Fucking nerd.
It was 5. You're gonna bully a 5-year-old.
I mean, that has not stopped me.
Fuck off.
So, what first inspired you to become a voice actor?
What inspired me to be a voice actor? So I graduated high school in 2016, if you can believe it. So I'm not very old. And I knew as soon as I graduated that I had unmedicated autism and ADHD, and I knew that school wasn't going to be for me. And even if I was going to go to school, I didn't know what I wanted to do it for. I didn't know if I wanted to go into science or medicine or psychology. So I took a gap year, except I took like 8 of those.
At what point is it not a gap year anymore? That's a gap era. Like felt, but like that's
a gap era.
That's
No,
a
for real. And then I really thought about like, because I have like adult money now. What can I do with that adult money? And I was in high school. And I'm trying to word this in a way that is at the least NSFWA possible.
You could say something NSFW. We'll edit it out of the cut. It's fine.
Okay, so I was 17 years old, and I had my guy friend at the time ask me to tell him in an angry, aggressive voice while staring him down, "Get on your knees and smile like a donut." And that.
What the fuck?
And I, at the time, thought, oh, we're just bros joking around. That was not a bros thing. That definitely was not a bros thing.
No, it was not. That is definitively not a bros thing.
That's gay as hell, but I didn't realize it at the time.
But you know what? In all honesty, that's sometimes you do stuff with your bros. I'm not asking questions.
But so I realized for the first time, like I've been told all my life, like you have a really good voice. You should read books. You should like do audiobooks. But that was the first time that I really realized, like, oh, people outside of my family and friends like my voice, and they want me to say things to them, especially in the 18 plus category, which is something that I never really thought about before.
It's the way you discuss like an 18 plus category, like
A cream-filled one, or
so let's see. So that was the thing that first inspired you to become a voice actor, right?
oh man, I just went on a tangent there. The thing that inspired me to be a voice actor, I was 26, and it hit me that I don't know what I want to do with my life, but I feel this passion in my heart. One, for making the world better, and two, for finding my way that I can best do that. And I thought about like the one skill that I really have, that I'm really proud of, that I know that I can do uniquely and better than everyone else I know at the time anyway, and that was voice acting. So that was what inspired me.
That's valid. So how long have you been doing voice acting for?
So technically I've been doing voice acting for, it's probably been about a year now. So I took some improvisational acting classes at the Paramount School of the Arts. And then I took some voice acting classes at Acting Studio Chicago. And admittedly, I've done no gigs yet. I've done my own personal projects. I've done fan dubs, but never really done a gig yet. I'm still working on, I don't know if you want to get into it later, but I do have a speech impediment. It's called apraxia. It's a comorbidity of autism. And basically, the muscles in my tongue and jaw are weaker than they should be. So it inhibits my ability to pronounce certain words. On top of a stuttering issue that I already have from autism. So it's gotten better with age now that I've learned to slow down. And yes, in fact, people do want to hear what I say when I talk. But especially when people are like getting angry at me, or it's a high stress situation, I panic and I speed talk and nobody can get what the hell I'm saying.
And that's when we bring out the Kai translator.
Correct. It's the worst fucking thing when I feel like I've been talking for a good few minutes. It's like a minute or two. And someone's been like, what? Like, what did you say? I'm like, oh, like I feel this horrible burning pit in my chest. I'm like, they did not know anything I just said.
No, God, I feel that so bad. I've done some voice acting, but it used to also be an issue when I was working in retail that I would speak so quickly that my coworkers would be like, Ari, we didn't understand a fucking word you just said. You just blurred through a sentence in about 30 seconds.
And it's the worst thing because people ask me to repeat it, and now I'm nervous on top of the already high stress situation. So it makes me happen worse.
It's so bad.
It's so, and then people are like, okay, and I'm like, no, you didn't hear me. Don't placate me. Don't do that.
You know, it happens. You gotta. At what point is this like? You gotta push through, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So building off of that, so you said that you are autistic and
yes,
you have apraxia and all these things, which fucking fell. But how do you think that has impacted your voice acting experience?
So I have always been described myself as a very stubborn person. And I am someone who, just the other day I had a friend ask me, like, how would you describe yourself? and I said I am someone who, hell or high water, will prove just what I'm capable of. I will not follow what I think I should do because everyone else does it. I will do my own thing, and no matter how stupid or awkward I look while struggling, I will do it. And I realized that I had this unique ability to help autistic kids and help autistic people, not even autistic, but expanding beyond that, neurodivergent people, disabled people. I can help them with my voice in a way that is uniquely mine. It's something that I see me having autism and apraxia and anxiety and all of that laundry list of illnesses there. I see those as challenges that I can and will overcome. And that my life is not complete yet until I overcome those.
I see. Do you think that voice acting has helped you come to terms with those things in any way?
Oh, absolutely. So, I mean, I've had a few teachers now that tell me, I think you need acting practice. I think you need to get better at this and this and this. But I have no idea what you meant, Kai, when you said that you have a speech impediment. Because so many times I've heard from people who it's their job to listen to me speak and give me tips on how to speak better. They're like, I didn't hear you stuttering. I heard you speaking way too fast and being way too nervous, which you can work on. So it's increased my confidence a lot because I realized that maybe I'm just being too hard on myself. Maybe I hear my voice all day, every day, and it's weird. I now like it more than ever, but I feel like the stereotypes of, I hate my voice, I hate how I sound on video, but listening to it all day, every day, and being told by people that I respect, you're not nearly as bad as you think you are. It's been really helpful to my voice acting and also my self-confidence.
Do you have any voice actors that you look up to?
Oh my God. Oh, you asked the question. So,
go.
Above my bed are 2 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. One is the Dark Magician, and one is the Blue Eyes White Dragon. So, Dark Magician is the trophy card of Yugi in Yu-Gi-Oh, and Blue Eyes White Dragon is the trophy card of Kaiba. Dan Green is by far my all-time favorite voice actor, because when I think about what made me feel safe and hopeful and loved as a kid, when I didn't know how to express my needs as an autistic boy, I think about the times that I heard Yugi say the importance of friendship, and without ever saying the words truly, I felt like he looked through my TV and said, I'll be your friend. I know you feel lonely right now, but I'll be your friend. And I finally got to meet Dan Green a few years back, and I sobbed shaking his hand, and I told him, I'm in the autism spectrum, and you've been such an important piece for my recovery. And he's like, I'm honored to have you tell me that. I didn't do anything. I was simply in the background. You did it all. But I'm happy to have been part of that. And to hear that from someone who was such a foundational part of my childhood and my growth, it just it healed the inner child in me. I also, like we were just talking about before this, I watch the Voice Acting Mastery podcast every single day. The host is Crispin Freeman. Crispin Freeman, he is the voice of a lot of characters. Superman, he's the voice of Cabbage Man in some Studio Ghibli movie. But my favorite is Itachi Uchiha in Naruto. And I used his lines to practice when I was in Acting Studio Chicago.
Yes.
So I really look up to him, his experience, his advice. Yuri Lowenthal being Sasuke, and most well known now as Peter Parker in the Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
Also, Miley Flanagan being Naruto. I'm blanking on. I'm gonna hate myself for this. It's the original voice actor of Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. It's Veronica Taylor.
Oh, okay.
So she, first of all, her voice. She retired from being Ash 5-10 years ago because her voice just got too old to be that of a 10-year-old boy. So she was recast into Sarah Natacheni, but she now is this wonderful audiobook narrator. And she also, her on Twitter, she is more likely than not going to respond. So when I sent like screenshots of my approval that I got into this acting studio in Chicago to all of my favorite voice actors, and Dan Green liked it, and Veronica Taylor said something along the lines of, "I can't wait to work with you."
Oh, that's
And
so
it's
cool.
oh my god, it warmed my heart so much just having these heroes from my childhood tell me like, "I'm happy to have met you in your adulthood, and I can't wait to work with you." It's just really, really cool.
I could just see you like, you know, that Deku gif. That would
Yes.
be you when it
I have been called Deku so many fucking times in my life. I am very Deku coded.
That's fair. That's valid. I feel like you're kind of like a combination of like Deku and Naruto.
You're
Like
very true. You're very true.
power of friendship type motherfucker.
Power of friendship and like stubbornness and like talking things through. And if you don't want to talk right now, maybe I'll break your face, and then you'll be more willing to talk to me. That's the Naruto side of me. And then Deku is just like the always believing in goodness and hope and never giving up. Oh, thank you. It's very sweet.
So I know that you say you haven't done any particular like professional gigs as of yet. However, do you have a dream role that you would like, if you had the opportunity to be cast, you would possibly commit a felony for?
So my niche is in the Darth Vader's, is in the big villainous, over the top, monstrous characters. One specific role that I would kill for. Man, it was just in my head and then I totally forgot it. I would love to be, I would say Darth Vader, but I know I can't top James Earl Jones. That's a fucking, and also a voice actor that had stutter and a lisp when he was learning to be a voice actor. So he's a big inspiration for me. So like SpongeBob, if he had a bigger voice and better fit. Oh my god,
Only minimally better fits.
I would love to be Superman, or Sung Jin-woo. I really, I think his voice matches me so much. I've done the amount of times that I've like sat in my room alone and just screamed at the top of my lungs before my roommate gets home, doing Sung Jin-woo lines. That is fucking amazing. I love Alex Lee.
That sounds like something you would do.
It does sound like me. It does sound a lot like me.
So, do you have anything that you consider to be a particular strength as a voice actor?
Particular strength. So, I thought of this.
Don't be a coward.
I'm gonna say it. I thought of this, and I'm like, no, I don't know if it's something to be proud of, but it is. I think I have a really sexy and sensual voice, and I think that there is a place for that in not only 18+ content, but also, I mean, how many Japanese anime are have some sort of sexual or fan service foundation? What's that?
Too many, actually.
Also, I think that I can do this, and I can kind of go into a monster voice. And I know I'm working on a project right now in which I'm voicing Typhon. I think that my biggest strength is either like the big brother dad character where I can kind of talk to you and be very comforting and inspirational, or like the stepdad character, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Hey, yo! I'm leaving that in the cut, I want you to know that.
I'm either dad or daddy, depending on the context.
Bad, Kairiel. Bad. Tell me we get the chocolate. I'll get it.
Book talk, smut books need narrators too. Very true.
So, other than the apraxia, which I know we've already covered,
Mm,
and the going like 50 miles an hour when you speak, which you've gotten better. You've gotten better.
absolutely, absolutely.
Do you think there's anything that you would like to kind of like improve in your voice acting?
Yes, so my acting ability. So a lot of voice actors, they pull upon their personal experiences because a lot of good acting revolves around being believed. You can go see Shakespeare,
Mm-hmm.
and the actors don't have to be very good for you to know you're seeing Shakespeare. You already paid probably 20, 30 bucks at least to go and see that play. You're going to see it for those 3 or 4 hours it plays.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're there's kind of this meme that English dub actors are trash because in the 90s and 2000s there was a string of anime and cartoons in which the dub actors largely didn't know what they were doing and they just phoned it in. And with my autism, I don't want to say that I struggle with empathy because I don't, but I struggle with understanding others to the point that I can act as them.
I gotcha.
Like, I am really bad at doing impressions of people.
Mm-hmm.
I also, I think even you've said in the past, I'm really good at pulling upon anger because I used to be a very angry person, a very angry child, and that's one emotion that I can really pull from.
Mm-hmm.
But more complicated emotions like confusion and sadness and like thoughtfulness, I have a really hard time pulling from
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know if it's a memory problem or an empathy problem, but it's at some point like I cannot think of any resources to pull from in those moments. So just my acting ability and like my knowledge of like how to pull from whatever situation I need to in order to be more believed is something that I would love to improve in.
Gotcha. This is your reminder, chat. This is I call upon you. Go make Kai feel emotions.
No.
Go make Kai feel confused instead. Give him things to pull off of so he can become a better voice actor.
I mean, I will not complain.
So, I know you mentioned doing Typhon in the
Yes.
that you're working on a project that you're doing Typhon. Do you have a preferred style of voice acting? I know that some people like they really like doing like animal voices. They like doing cute kid voices. Some like people like doing monster voices. Do you have a preferred style?
Yes, my preferred style is the kind of like cocky but also kind, like I said, like older brother character, mentor character, because I think that plays well into my normal voice. That's something that I learned a lot from Crispin Freeman, is that a lot of people go into voice acting thinking that it takes some crazy voices. And if you want to be a voice actor for like a Pokemon, like if you want to be Bulbasaur, that is like packed and full of talented people, and you're very probably not going to get in unless someone dies. But there are rules out there for every voice. Sure, there are voices that can do more roles, especially if you're a certain age. Like anime characters and cartoon characters are usually like 13 to 18. I couldn't do those. I could not believably play a 13 to 18-year-old. Could I do a 20, 30, 40-year-old? Yeah, I think that I can do that. So I think my preferred style is one in which I can speak relaxed, but also like fun and cocky.
I think that's fair. Have you had any experience with, like, since you mentioned the Bulbasaur type voices, have you tried to do like a Bulbasaur type voice?
Do you want a Bulbasaur impression?
I do want a Bulbasaur impression.
So to answer your question, Birdie, a genuine question, what noise does making your echo? It's like a gas. It's like a. That's what like that makes in my head. But God, a Bulbasaur impression. Oh, Bulbasaur! I smoked 12 packs a day for 40 years, And this is my Bulbasaur impression. I am a Jewish nanny from uptown New York City.
No notes. Perfection.
But I can do like a god. I can mix the Navi ding 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 noise from Zelda. I didn't play the older Zelda games, so that makes sense. But like, God, what's another impression that I can do? I get a lot of requests for like, Luke. No, I can't. I am your father, or like some shit like that. But also, I'm heavily inspired by Itachi, so I'll go like, Sasuke, you don't have enough hate. You'd love to hear my best Mickey Mouse impression?
Go for it. You are peeking your mic so
I
thoroughly.
I so am.
Wait, no, wait,
Where
no.
did they go?
No, never mind.
Lost my balls.
Wait, no, never mind. I don't want Disney to come for us. Oh, God. So, what is advice you would give to someone who wants to get into voice acting?
This is gonna sound so fucking cheesy,
It's gonna be,
but
you're a cheesy person. It's fine.
find confidence in yourself, because a lot of people get into voice acting with the perception that it's somehow easier than on camera or on stage acting because no one can see you. Like I was just saying, what good voice acting relies on you being believed. When you're watching like an S-tier anime or a cartoon, you don't want to know someone's acting as that character. You want to think you're like that person's real right now.
Mm-hmm.
So love yourself and be confident in yourself and be confident in your voice and how you sound. I have told so many of my friends, like, I could see you voicing a protagonist or this role or that role. They're like, no, I don't like my voice. There's, you know, like the voice actor for SpongeBob, he sounds fucking strange, man. The voice actor for Zim from Invader Zim, he sounds fucking strange. Like their voices, you think that's like they're doing a voice, that's just their real voice.
It's just how they sound in real life.
It's be confident in who you are and accept your differences.
Mm-hmm.
There's one of my favorite stories or anecdotes that I hear regarding voice acting is Crispin Freeman talking about when he auditioned for Superman. And the guy before him, he put on the bravado that you usually expect from Clark Kent. Like, oh, I am Superman and I'm going to save the day. And no, like if you're going to audition for a character, you're going to walk in the room assuming that you're already that character. Mm-hmm. And you're reading the lines as you would because you are that character. You don't need to be anything else. You don't need to do anything else. Once you become confident in yourself and you know what you can usually pull off with your voice, then you can put some sauce on it. Mm. But start off confident in who you are and how you sound. And that takes listening to your voice over and over and over and over and over and over and over until you like how you sound.
Self-perception? How dare. We're VTubers.
No, honestly, fair. So fair.
Do you have, like, what inspires you to become a better voice actor?
What inspires me to become a better voice actor? As you're very much aware of, I'm a VTuber. And I am just so autistic when it comes to the voices that I can make and the people that I can play. I mean, I can't tell. I used to be like scolded by adults and my parents for being too animated. When I would talk, I would wave my arms around and I would yell and scream. I was just this happy kid, and then I was kind of trained out of me because it annoyed and bothered the people around me. And just being able to be me, be my weird autistic me, and just like being able to yell some war cry, or what's the fucking guy's voice from Attack on Titan? The guy that's like, my soldiers do not buckle or yield to the cruelty of this world. Like, I can just do that. And eventually I could do it so well that people want to pay me for it.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that fucking amazing? You can be so good at speaking in front of the mic and acting that people, it's a job. Like, you could pay your bills with it.
At some point, you get so good at pretending to be other people that you get paid for it.
Correct.
So I say this as someone who is done voice acting and actual acting. There are multiple styles of acting. There's method acting. There's another type of acting. I don't remember at the moment what it's called. Do you consider yourself more of like a method actor, of you insert yourself into the character, or do you see yourself more as you take on the emotions that you believe the character would feel in this situation?
I think that I've watched a lot of anime and cartoons in my time, and I think the best rules that I have seen be played out are played out by people who, in interviews, talked about their process, and they always said that they found in themselves the ability to connect with the character they're playing. Sure, you're not Spider-Man, or sure, especially if you're a great person in like in real life, but you have to voice a horrible, awful man in anime. That's difficult for a lot of people to wrap their head around. But you can attach yourself, you can relate somehow to Venom or to God, what name of fucking villain. So I think that what I love to do is being like, I don't relate to this character fully, but I can understand them. Like, if their quest is like world dominance, obviously I'm not going to relate to that, but why? Because very rarely in good writing, and anyway, do the villains start off being villains. There's always a reason for it. There's this pain, this hurt in their past that makes them that way. And I think that you can be like, okay, I guess if this happened that way to me, or if this person said this, I could conceivably end up like that character. So I think that's what I love doing.
Joke's on you, I was always a villain. So I don't know what you're
Writing
talking about.
That's bad writing IRL.
Listen. The character arc was one line. It just went evil.
It went bad.
Never make that voice of me again. How dare you?
It went bad. It went no good.
Get out.
That's so darling.
Get the fuck out.
It's only 6:30.
So, what's one thing you wish you had known about voice acting, any part of voice acting, when you had first started?
That it's expensive, that it's very time-consuming, and emotionally draining. Because I have played a lot of characters, like especially Kairiel, that rely on emotional trauma and familial abuse. That's the foundation of their character. And going back to finding in myself the ability to relate to them, I sometimes have to reopen emotional wounds. There's sometimes where I get to like remember great and wonderful and inspiring things, and then there's sometimes where I'm like, man, like my dad did that when I was younger, or my uncle or whatever, my teacher did this when I was younger, and I have to remember that and live in that in this moment. And it hurts so deeply in my chest, but what comes out of my mouth is so real and so raw that I listen back to it and I'm like, wow, that sounds really, really good. And also, I mean, like, when I started, I had a Blue Yeti mic in my like shitty laptop. That's it in Audacity. And then I had to get training, and then I had to get the proper equipment, and then I had to get like pop filters and all that fun stuff. And then I moved out of my bedroom closet into an actual now corner of my bedroom. I'm planning to get an actual recording studio by the end of the year, but that's like $4,000 or $5,000.
For shame.
So
you should stay in the closet. Listen,
Damn, damn.
the closet has excellent excellent acoustics. I don't know what you were turning down the closet for.
It's I'm 6'1".
What's your
Broad
plan?
shoulders.
What's
How
your
am I gonna
plan?
fit in a closet?
Figure it out. Do what you must to be successful. I don't know what the problem is.
So I mean, like, and it's part of the reason why I haven't been able to do it full time yet is it's just really difficult to schedule. The expectation is that if you're a voice actor, you should really be working like a part-time job that will allow you to leave at a moment's notice if your agent calls you to audition. And I simply can't afford that right now. I have my full-time job, I have my part-time job of VTubing. So it's just I don't have the time and I don't have the resources to be able to walk away at like 2 p.m. on a Tuesday to go to Chicago and audition.
I don't know many people who do in this economy. Jeez.
I mean, I know there are people that usually they either move to Dallas because that's where Funimation is, and or they go to LA because that is where Crunchyroll is, and then they work as like a waiter, like in LA or in Dallas. But it's like, no, I'm not moving cross country and then working part time waiting tables to be able to be a voice actor.
That's fair. I mean, I think that's pretty common in the entertainment industry as a whole, because I know some singers who, before they became popular, that did the same thing.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, cool, now I don't have to wait tables anymore.
Yeah, it's just a thing where a lot of people in the industry, their dad is like a producer or is a bigwig in the industry, or they're able to live with like an aunt or an uncle in LA, or it works out. I don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Chicago is becoming more and more of a hub for recording. So maybe I want you to move to Texas or California, but it's still a matter of how do I shape my day around basically being able to go to Chicago at a moment's fucking notice. It's really hard.
Yeah, that sounds difficult. Speaking of that, do you see a push towards like needing to be able to network and know people more as a voice actor? Has that been something that's popped up?
Yes. So you can be an indie voice actor. That's a thing. You're probably not going to make a career out of it. The industry standard is you audition for an agent, and usually they'll hip pocket you until they are confident. So hip pocket is basically like, hey, I like you, I want to represent you, but I'm not sure about you yet. So we'll have like an unofficial agreement. I'll get you jobs, but if you want to leave, you're good. And then they'll sign you, and then you actually have a contract signed, or you can't just leave whenever you want. But networking, I think, is very important. Knowing other voice actors, the opportunities I've gotten because I've had voice actors that just DM me or text me a link, like you will, like to some opportunity where somebody wants a princely voice. That's how I met Mana, was somebody looking for a princely voice to be Odysseus.
I was like, I was just like, this feels targeted.
It's very, very, very difficult to succeed as a voice actor alone, unless you want to stay in your bedroom in Fort Worth doing fan dubs. If you want to make a career out of it, you need to make friends. What's that?
What do you have against Fort Worth?
I thought American City, huh? Fort Worth.
Of all the cities, Fort Worth is the first thing he thinks of.
Correct. Chattanooga.
Oh my god.
Is that better?
No, it is not better. It is not better. So, you mentioned fan dubs, right?
Yes, yes.
Have you done any fan dubs recently?
Not recently. So why not recently is that I will do them for friends on like private calls. And there's really two reasons why they're kind of frowned upon. Some agents and some directors will not care.
Mm.
Some will be like, especially if you're dumb enough, sorry, to put a fan dub in your demo.
Oh no. Oh honey,
Because
no.
I've heard stories of people putting like their fan dub of Bart Simpson in their demo reel and sending that to directors. You're not going to beat the still alive, still working voice actress for Bart Simpson. You're not going to be better than her.
I mean,
So,
what if you have a really, really good Bart Simpson and you also killed the voice actress?
you can. I mean, them being dead is kind of the crux there. But it's also an issue with copyright.
Mm.
A lot of voice actors, especially for, I think the biggest fan dub ever is probably DBZ Abridged.
Yeah.
The voice actors have all had to come out and basically say at gunpoint, I don't support it.
Ooh.
It's not like it's AI, because you're not using their voice, you're using your voice. A lot of the time they're writing their own scripts,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just the characters weren't written for you. They were written for you in mind. I disagree with that, but I also understand that there are a lot of casting directors and agents, and especially voice actors, that look down upon fan dubs as unoriginal at best and stealing at worst, and I don't want to get disliked before I actually give it a real shot, you know?
Oh no, for sure, I got that. I guess when we have you on for fan dubs, we'll have to use your pseudonym of Neep Noop.
Noop Noop! Did I just hear a pseudonym of Noop Noop?
I said Neep Noop, but Noop Noop works better.
Neep Noop? I'm sorry, you're spelling that's my fucking pseudonym?
Yes.
Neep Noop.
Yes.
Is this the delirium that you warned me about?
Love it.
I'm gonna get Neep Noop on Twitter right now. That's gonna be my fucking pseudonym. Neep Noop.
Listen, no one's gonna think that you, as a voice actor, would go under the name of Neep Noop. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, all I'm imagining is like an agent like emails me, like, "Hey, you have a really good voice. Fuck's going on with Neep Noop?"
And then you can say, "Who the fuck is Neep Noop?"
Nah, you're crazy. My name Kai. Who's
Yeah.
Neep Noop?
Who's Neep Noop? Like, I've never heard of Neep Noop in my life. That doesn't sound
Why
like a
did
name I would
you
use.
What? Explain the Neep Noop.
I genuinely can't.
It's just the first thing that came to mind, huh?
Absolutely.
It is just the first thing.
Oh god, I can't breathe. Yes, it is.
Yo, can we get hashtag Neep Noop trending on
Do not get hashtag Neep Noop trending on Twitter.
Get hashtag Neep Noop trending on Twitter.
Oh my god.
I will give you all one spicy audio.
Really? That's how you're selling this?
Correct.
Trash.
Trash. I'm broke.
Trash.
I'm already waiting for this month's overdraft fee to hit. I'm just waiting for it.
Oh, my condolences. That's why I
Sorry.
use fee-free checking.
Damn. Okay, bougie ass fee-free checking. Fuck you.
I have Capital One.
Meanwhile, Boogie's like, what the fuck is our overdraft fee?
What the fuck is going on in America?
Hold on, Boogie, do y'all have overdraft fees in Australia? Or is that an American thing? Am I getting distracted?
No, you're fine. You're fine. This is a Capital One. No, it's actually not sponsored. I wish, but like, if I was to say that, I feel like they might sue me. So.
Oh my god, speaking of Capital One, so I did not know when I signed up for Acting Studio Chicago that the teacher made his career. He did one video game gig and the rest were commercials. I sucked at commercial voice acting. And one of fucking scripts that I had to read in front of my class of like 10 people was for Capital One.
Get fucked.
Yeah. No, correct. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Luna. Ari. Is it Luna or Ari?
This doesn't really matter. I go by both.
Got it. But yeah, so my like fucking Goliath is going to be commercial voice acting. But it's the worst because commercial voice acting is like the most lucrative section of voice acting.
Now I kind of want to hear the Capital One commercial. I want to hear your rendition of the Capital One commercial.
Fucking hell! Can I Google the script really quick?
Of course.
Hold on.
Naturally.
The next question, so I'm not wasting your time, and then I'll find it.
Oh no, I'm actually
You're
you know,
done.
You know how I said there was delirium? I didn't realize I didn't have enough questions.
Oh my lord! What we still got like 15 minutes.
Details. Don't worry about it.
There's gotta be a script somewhere. There's gotta be a script somewhere.
Well, let me think.
Are we gonna fill the next 15 minutes with just recommendations for or requests for impressions?
No, we will
from
not.
Chat? No,
we will not. Although I did want to hear. You mentioned that you had a very good, I believe it was a Dracula impression.
Yes. So the Castlevania Dracula impression.
Do you want to? Are
Oh,
you like?
Oh, absolutely.
Are you okay?
Absolutely.
Because I know you're feeling about fandubs. Push it.
So I mean, it's just like maybe don't put it in the actual Spotify.
I'm gonna move it.
Here is fine. But I did post a fan dub of a demon dog entering a church in Castlevania, because typically Castlevania is very much based in Christian Catholic mythology, but the story was like this demon dog was able to enter this church because the priest was so corrupt that God had abandoned him. So God was no longer in this church, so demons could enter it. And there was a really big moment where this priest is like, "You cannot enter the house of God," and this dog's like, "God is not here. This is an empty box." But also,
fuck down, demon dog. It's never been that deep.
Or it's like, "This is all your fault, isn't it?" But also, Dracula was your request. What do you mean, no? She was the only reason on Earth for me to tolerate human life.
A little bit of peeking. But you know what?
Damn.
It's okay.
Damn.
It's okay.
Damn.
It's okay. It's okay.
Damn.
It's okay.
Have you seen Castlevania?
I have not.
Do you know what the story is?
No.
So make this man do the scream. He died like a pussy. LMAO. I don't know what that's supposed to sound like. But so Castlevania is basically, so Dracula is I don't even want to say he's the antagonist. He falls in love with a human scientist. And then the humans in Wallachia find out that one of their citizens married Dracula, and they burn her at the stake. And her last words are like, "Don't hurt them, they know not what they do," obviously referencing Jesus being hanged. And there's this moment where Dracula's son Alucard, which is Dracula backwards, asks...
Pause here.
Yeah.
Rule number 1 of naming your children: you cannot name them your name backwards. That's shitty naming.
I'm naming my kid Neep Noop.
You can name your kid Neep Noop, but they will be bullied for the rest of their lives. I want you to know that.
I'm gonna say it's a godmother's idea.
Don't blame me for this shit.
So, basically, so she gets burned at the stake, and then Dracula is going on this quest to wipe out all of human life. And even the other vampires are like, "How are we going to eat, though?" And Dracula's like, "I don't care. I need to avenge my love." And Alucard confronts Dracula,
Mhm.
and Alucard's basically like, you can't do that. Like, you can't kill all humans. And Dracula's like, you don't want me to avenge your mother? And Alucard's like, find the one who did the deed. But there are countless people out there as innocent as Mom who will die because of you. And Dracula's like, there are no innocents, not anymore. Any one of them could have stood up and said, no, we won't behave like animals anymore. God, I fucking love Castlevania. It's so good.
So, like, fantastic. However, counterpoint. Pretty sure they can't all say no. Not everyone knew what was going on. Like, there was only so many times. Only so many people knew.
And then, so Dracula ends up, spoiler alert, if you have not seen Castlevania, Dracula ends up getting killed by the protagonist very early in the anime. And it's this big plot twist. So you're like, nah, he's the antagonist. He can't die. Oh, he's dead.
Oh.
And the rest of the anime is this kind of like philosophical discussion of like, should we bring him back? Was the world better with him? And then they end up killing the actual like personification of death in the end of the anime.
So yes, I guess. I guess they
yes, he does.
I don't know.
He does give them a year.
Oh,
so basically, yeah, Dracula comes to Wallachia and he's like, I will give all of you 1 year to escape. And anyone who's still here in a year will die. And he comes back a year later and the town is celebrating the murder of his wife.
Oh.
So he's like, I'm going to send all of you to hell right now. Nah,
fuck him. That's valid. That's fair.
I'm sorry. I still need to learn how to like scream without peaking my mic. I still have to. It's a USB mic, so I know I can get like a higher quality, like better microphone.
Yeah.
I talk a lot. I apologize.
What are you? Shut up! Shut up! That's the point of the episode. Shut up. I think I invited you so you wouldn't talk. That was literally the point.
Very fair. Very fair. Yo, there are times where Ari and I will get on a call for them to show me one very simple like tool in OBS, and then it'll be 5 hours later, and we'll have just talked for the other like 4.5 hours.
Sometimes we didn't even get to the thing we were discussing in the first place. So, speaking of OBS, do you have anything to promote?
Promote? Nah, not our project. Not our project.
KairielVT, I'm going to hit you. I'm going to take I'm going to take a big rubber hammer and hit you with it.
You know what? There is no better time than now to announce it. If you don't mind me announcing it, my re-debut date.
What the fuck do you think I just asked you for?
Wonderful.
Yes, announce it.
So, for those of you who have been here the entire time, thank you for listening to my autistic rambling. In December of last year, I had a bit of a mental health crisis. I've struggled with mental health my entire life, but this was the deepest and darkest that it had ever gotten, and it was the first time that I had planned to end my own life. And thankfully, I walked myself into a hospital and got myself the help I needed. And I have been on hiatus since December. And finally, for those of you who are all here who will get to hear this, I am re-debuting on Friday, the 2nd of May. I am going to be streaming for 12 hours between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. I'm going to be streaming with my best friend and favorite goddamn person in the entire world, Ari, right here. And also a lot of my friends, Bana and Boogie and Keith and Corey, and I'm so looking forward to it. So if you all are looking forward to the autistic rambling of the Greek god of mental health and mental illness, see, I'm starting to be a little bit not sober.
Oh, God. I have to work with him after this.
Please consider checking out my re-debut on Friday, May 2nd, because I promise you it'll be loads of fun.
This is a personal order from me. Show up at his re-debut, or I will hunt you to the end of the earth.
I didn't get chills. What? No, fuck off. Oh, you just ASMR'd me. What the fuck? Hold on. You can't ASMR me without warning me. Shit. God damn.
May 2nd at 10 a.m. CST. Hey, Snooze
Hello,
Mew.
Snooze Mew.
Hello. So that would be May 2nd at 10 a.m.
May 2nd, 10 a.m. Central.
Yes.
10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So whatever time zone you're in, you'll be able to catch me, even if it's for 5 minutes at some point. Is that Markiplier? That is one of the biggest compliments that I've received my entire life. It is not Markiplier. I am far more autistic than Markiplier, but I appreciate it.
Are you really that much more
Thank
autistic
you.
than Markiplier?
But if you've liked my rambling and if you've liked my story regarding me becoming a voice actor from a 5-year-old autistic boy, please go ahead and consider checking out my Twitch and giving me a follow. Is that the bite of 80? No, I can do better than that. Is that the bite of 87? I probably peeked the hell out of my
You
mic.
did. I don't know if you're that much more autistic than Markiplier, but it's fine.
The next fucking chat that comes up, I will read in the spiciest voice that I can manage.
Get in there
So
while you can, Chad.
I see Snooze Mew laughing. The next chat. Are you seeing that? Oh no! Oh, you fucked me! Oh, you fucked me right in the ass.
You can skip that one, I promise.
Okay, are you sure?
I mean, for your own safety, yes.
No, I am for my safety. Got it. Okay. thought you were gonna say shake, but you kept going. Somebody give me a sentence to read in my spicy. I swear to God, I'm gonna be streaming on Blue Twitch this year as well. Okay. Got it. Hey Ari, please don't beat me to death for this one.
Don't worry, you're safe for now.
I'll read both. My nipples need some twisting. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. If you hear my chair squeaking, sorry. I have my new razor chair in the background.
Lovely.
Just haven't bolted yet.
Nice. So with that, thank you all so much for coming. And big shout out and thank you to Kairiel for joining us today.
Thank you.
And with that, my name is Lunati, your cozy, comfy, beneath bunny VTuber. And
Did you forget what you are?
I may have. It's fine.
Comfy, cozy,
I am many things to many people.
I love you all. Thank you for coming and staying.
And we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.
Bye.